Good morning, Red Devil fans, Manchester United fans, and you are with Joel at the Red Devil Addicts studio here in Melbourne. We are literally 45 minutes away from kickoff, and you are joined with Dr. Mervin. We are so glad
Yeah,
to
hi guys.
see you.
Yeah,
Hey, you
I'm
know,
still recovering from the COVID. It's been horrible. I
oh
had a
man,
chance
I know, I
to
know.
join early. So.
I really feel for you, bro, and I really wish we could have been there, giving you United cheer and United love.
Yeah, I don't know. At least the Arsenal game was a good game, and that kind of.
Yeah. But you know what? I just looked at some news coming in. A very very sad news. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II has just been announced. Just before the kickoff. Now we are just about 45 minutes away from kickoff. So we're actually waiting. Um, for the lineups to come out. But everyone in England at the moment, and as you know, that Manchester United is actually playing their first Europa game, the opening game of the Europa League in Manchester, and the news just about a couple of half an hour to 40 minutes ago. The news was actually broke out that our beloved Queen of England has passed. She was, I mean, the royal family was by her bedside. Prince Charles, and of course, all his brothers and sisters, and also her beloved grandson, Prince William, and Prince Harry as well. Prince Harry did, apparently, he was not there at that time. But they're all here now in London. As they were given the news that her health had deteriorated. Um, well, we should have had Dr. Mervin fly out there to
Yeah,
to help the Queen.
had a good time. Had a good time.
So yeah, it's a very very sad day. As we all remember the Queen for a lot of things that she's done, especially her sporting gestures, and of course, not forgetting handing out the Jules Rimet Trophy to Bobby Charlton, Sir Bobby Charlton, and of course Bobby Moore and Jeff Hurst during the 1966 World Cup. And that was a proud moment for her when England lifted that cup. And she was always a sporting fan. But what I hear, she was a big Arsenal fan, so
She
she
was
wouldn't.
indeed.
She she wasn't too happy with the result last few days ago. And it well, you know, I think United fans um, are happy with the victory, but I don't think they would have been too happy by giving her that. That sort of news, or she would have definitely seen that seen that on TV. But let's get into it, Mervin. We are about 5 minutes away from the team news actually coming out, and we will talk a little bit now. Just want to get some thoughts before we actually announce the team news when it officially comes out. Um, do you think Eric Ten Hag's going to do a massive change
Yeah,
to his lineup?
yeah. I did the lineup just now, and I suspect he will give some of the players a bit of a break because if you can see it since we've gone on a winning streak. I mean, you can see the energy and the effort that everyone's been putting. So I would suspect that he would use this Europa League as a cup to test out other new combinations. I think we've talked about this before that Ten Hag's found his core combination, especially in both defense and midfield. And the up front obviously has changed here and there, but also again, there's still the core, I think. So I suspect he will play Fred and Casemiro
Ah,
as
yep.
and part of the midfield. That's what I've put down as my lineup. In terms of defense, ideally, I think I personally would still keep to the back four because they've done well all throughout. So I would still maintain that. But I suspect I've got a sneaky feeling he might bring either Maguire or Lindelof into the back line to just try a different combination. The wing backs will be the same. In terms of up front, the one player that I think he might give a break is Bruno, because Bruno, he's been running his heart out, and you can see he's constantly everywhere in the field nowadays. Since he's taken the captaincy, he's actually stepped up. So I suspect he will be given a break, and I wonder whether Fred will be in that role, and Eriksen obviously will still be, because I think they still need a consistent midfielder in terms of the passing and and Eriksen has proven this last few games. He's one of the best passers in the league, so I suspect he will be there. Yeah. And I'm hoping that I think the Rashford, Elanga, Anthony or Sancho. I think either one will play on the left, Elanga or Sancho. Anthony should start, because this will be his second game. So. Yep.
Do you think that he would probably give a rest to Christian Eriksen? I mean, given the fact that what happened last year, he would go with Bruno.
Yeah, I think, I'm not sure. I suspect he will. Either one, I don't know. For me at the moment, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my team, I actually gave Eriksen a break, and I left Bruno in the lineup. So I think Eriksen as well will need a break. But the problem is, if we give Eriksen a break, we've lost that passing defense midfield sort of link up from that passing from the back line. So that's why I suspect he might keep Eriksen and take Bruno off, but could be either one.
Either one, right? And I think in the forward line, he might use Cristiano Ronaldo up front. I mean, that's what a lot of speculation has been going out there.
Yeah, that's right, correct. And this is what I forgot to mention as well. And yeah, you're right. Slipped my mind, because in terms of the current group that we've got, the ones that got European experience will be Cristiano Ronaldo, Casemiro, Varane. Even though Varane wasn't there the last season because he was with United, but yeah. So I think he would definitely have. He needs to have people who are experienced in playing in European sort of
style of play.
So yeah, you're right. So I think he definitely will consider playing Ronaldo and give Rashford a break.
Yeah. Well, how do you think you'd see Ten Hag looking at this game? Do you think he would be? I mean, in his press conference, he did mention that he wants to win every trophy that is available, but some managers tend to sort of concentrate a little bit more on the league and sort of take your foot off the gas in this kind of cup competitions and stuff.
You know what? I suspect, looking back at our previous attempt at Europa League, I mean, that time, I've got no issues about that. I think if you're doing well in the league, then if you can get top 4, there you go. Your place is confirmed in the Champions League. But if you don't think that you're not going to perform well, then yes, put all the energy in Europa League, because Europa League, if you're as a winner, you automatically you qualify for Champions League. So correct. I suspect the way United are playing, I'm impressed. They are playing well in the league. So I suspect they should try to put equal energy, but maybe Europa, again, I still rate the Premier League anytime more. I've rather won that than the Europa League, to be honest. So yeah. I suspect that, and we still don't have the depth to mount a decent challenge in all 4 competitions. Well, all 5. 4.
Yep.
So I suspect, I think he would maybe use Europa League as the testing ground for all the different type of combination of players to see who can gel well and find a link up between themselves.
Yeah, I mean, Mourinho was a classic example. He focused on the Europa League because he felt that while simultaneously we are trying to position ourselves within the Premier League itself, but I think the best way to also what I call create a safety net into getting into the Champions League would be focusing on the Europa League. But looking at our group, the toughest challenge is Real Sociedad, and of course that opponent that we're playing today at home. But I mean, going back on history, when we last played them when Solskjaer was the manager, we won comfortably, and we managed to get victories out of them. I mean, playing them. So I think, judging from the last 4 games that United has started, I would see them winning this game quite. I wouldn't say quite comfortably, but I think my prediction would be a 2-0 victory. But again, it's all very dependent on of course, various fundamentals, whether the new players that are coming in. I'm never a big fan of Victor Lindelof and Maguire partnership, because I feel that they are too slow on the ball and off the ball. Fred, now with Casemiro sitting back right in front of the defense, Fred has a more license to roam, which is a good fundamental. But Fred, as you know, is a good player going forward. He does most of his job far better in his movements forward. So I think that would be key. But Mervin, I know you have to head off as well, and the lineup has just come in. Let's I'm going to share my screen quickly now, and we can see the lineup. You were actually right, Mervin, in terms of your prediction of the lineup. With Malaysia on the left back has kept his place. Victor Lindelof comes in for Lisandro Martinez. Of course, our captain Maguire comes in for Rafael Varane, and of course, Dalot has taken his position. Casemiro has come in for Scott McTominay, and he's actually gone with Eriksen. You're right. He's actually gone with Eriksen.
That's the thing. He definitely needs. It's going to be either Eriksen or Bruno to be that midfield.
That gives way in this particular game, because playing them both together made a lot of difference, because both of them are sort of similar type of players. The passing that they actually do, with the intelligent passing that they do. And he's actually gone with Ilenga on the left and Anthony on the right, which is pretty normal, and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. But one notable absentee that's not even on the bench, not even on the substitute bench, is Marcus Rashford. As we all mentioned, that he picked up a slight hamstring on the weekend against Arsenal, where he scored 2 goals. I don't know, probably it's just a precautionary thing, because there was nothing mentioned about a serious injury. So it could have been a precautionary thing. And also he's brought in Ilenga and forced Sancho to the bench. Now, the other absentee that I would have thought would have probably started in Fred's place today would be Donny van de Beek. As you know, Donny van de Beek has good feet, very good moving forward. Plays in the number 8 role as well.
Yeah, does he have an injury?
Yeah, he's picked up an injury in training yesterday. Yep.
Yeah.
So you're pretty spot on in terms of the lineup. So I think he's.
And you can see now the combination of Lindelof and Maguire again. Well, I'm still that that partnership is definitely going to be tested. I mean, it's been a while. They have played together, and sometimes, unfortunately, big games like this, especially first game, European game, I suspect we'll see what they're like, and we'll truly test Maguire now, because Maguire being on the bench for the last 4 games, 3 games, and it's definitely going to put a lot of pressure on him, A, as a captain, and B, as a defender, and trying to see whether he can win back his place. So he will feel it, I suspect, from a pressure point of view.
It'll be quite interesting to see. Anyway, we're just about half an hour away from. Well, no, not actually half an hour away. We're about 1 hour away from kickoff. We'll be probably we'll get some sort of thoughts and reactions probably after the game, and it'll be quite interesting. Hopefully, United can win this comfortably. My biggest concern is, as I feel, the way Spanish teams like to play are very fast-paced, the tiki-taka, and I find Lindelof and Maguire pairing doesn't suit that kind of passage play. And as we saw it very clearly when we played Atletico Madrid last year, how Yao Felix went past Maguire in a speed of light, and got the better of him. So this is where my problem lies with. But look,
Let's see. It's the first game. I mean, fortunately, if you look at it, I think European League is the time to test it because, to be honest, our rest of the other opponents are, I would say, are reasonable. We should be able to win. So hopefully, we'll win this. I mean, I've predicted 3-1 to United to win. So let's see.
Yep, it'll be quite an interesting thing. I mean, I'm hoping for a clean sheet. I'm hoping for a clean sheet. But
the only reason why initially, yes, I was thinking about it, but now seeing Lindelof and Maguire there, I think a clean sheet is a let's just say a challenge.
Okay, that's a debatable thing. So I'll go for 2-1 now. I'll change my scoreline. Anyway, Mervin, it's so good to have you back on the show again. And also, guys, I'm hearing some news. Some latest news are coming in. It is almost confirmed that the Crystal Palace game will be postponed in respect for the passing of the Queen Elizabeth. So that will be postponed to a later date. We'll bring you all the live updates as we can.
The fact that you pointed out that, so this is where now we need the European Cup games to keep us have that momentum, because I suspect there's going to be other cancellation of other Premier League matches. So I suspect.
I think in Europe, they'll also still have to make. I mean, I think most of the other games will be played. I think, but it's up to UEFA to actually decide on next week's games. Next week's game, even this game. They in discussion with UEFA and of course the FA, they've agreed to go ahead with the game. As you know, Arsenal's also played just now, being victorious. But I think with this, I think the United game definitely will be called off against Crystal Palace, and it's also whether the Leeds game, where we all are supposed to be doing a special show for the Leeds game, that's also in big doubt. It all very dependent on when the state funeral is going to be held, and my thinking is all the big games where security is a massive importance would be redirected towards the funeral, and those games would probably will be postponed as well. So we'll have 2 weekends of postponements of games. I would see the Europa League going ahead next week against Sheriff, because we're playing away. Again, it's still early hours. We will know more, and we'll definitely bring you more information. Anyway, guys, Mervin, thank you so much for joining me on this call for the pre-match discussion of Manchester United versus Real Sociedad. Hopefully, we could get a great game out of it. So, guys, don't forget. Follow us on our Instagram, which is the Red Devil Addicts on Instagram, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel on the Red Devil Addicts YouTube channel, and we will bring you the best, and we will always put on a good show. Thank you, Mervin.
See you then. Bye. Take care.
See you. Bye-bye.